Hello, every pony, and welcome to the Pony Public Library. Now, today we have with us Andrew Carl and the Repairman Man, two musicians from the Error-Free Radio. Give them a hand, everybody. They'll be part of our special segment today, which is Pony Public Library's audio room. Here it's pretty self-explanatory. We'll be doing music and audio stuff instead of the normal fix. Mix it up a little bit.
Okay, this is based off of a suggestion that we've had in the YouTube comments, and thank you very much to all of the subscribers and those who left comments. We do read every single one of them, and we appreciate that a lot. Well, Chuckles, aka Andrew Carl, and Repairmanman, well, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm Repairmanman. I'm actually not that much of a musician as of yet. I will probably start working on actually making songs once I actually get my own computer, but as of right now, I can't really download anything. Andrew here, he's a real musician.
And I'm Chuckles. I get most of my ideas from Repairmanman. Even though he claims he's not a musician, he actually is a huge help, especially giving feedback for the final mixes and mastering. And both of us have just kind of started into this. We've only been doing this for about a month, but we both love it. And I guess we kind of we met randomly in the Everfree Radio chat with Repairmanman saying that one of my songs sucked and needed a lot of help, basically. And we decided to team up, and then we're kind of forming a collab group now, so it's pretty cool.
That's good. Well, so I'm sure this question's been asked before, but for the people who have and who are just tuning in now and haven't listened to your channel before, what software do you use to create this?
I use a lot of Audacity and FL Studio, just because I've tried around in a little bit of Ableton, and I feel like FL Studio, even though Repairmanman has opened it like once, instantly closed it, like rage quitting because there's so many knobs everywhere.
That is not true. I was in there for at least an hour before rage quitting.
But I like having, with FL Studio, you can see everything that you're doing at once, and I feel like you can have full control of everything you're working on, and you can see if something needs tweaking. It's pretty user-friendly, and I like it, but I think a lot of the audio software is mainly personal preference.
Do you use a Mac or PC for it?
Oh, I'm pretty anti-Mac, so I would never touch anything made by Apple.
I'm a gamer. I know how that works.
Yeah. I like being able to game too. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. So, what sorts of audio music do you make? Do you make remixes? What sort of area do you really like to create?
Well, by nature, actually, I am a trained jazz musician. I've been a musician my entire life on physical instruments. I can play the bass guitar, clarinet, oboe, and a couple other instruments. And I've just gotten into electronic music, and I started doing kind of a mix of house and dubstep, I guess you could say. And recently I've been doing a couple remixes that I still have works in progress on. But I'm pretty much all over the place now, just trying to figure out a sound and a style that I enjoy producing and that Repairmanman and I are good at.
See, me on the other hand, I just like making pretty noises.
Don't we all?
If there was pretty lights to go along with the pretty noises, that'd be so much better, but unfortunately I suck at video editing.
Alright, so, crap, what was I going to ask again?
Well, if you're trying
and, yeah, you said you've been, Chuckles, you've been a musician for most of your life, right?
Yeah.
Any degrees in that? Like you're studying for that in school? Or if not, what do you do for a living?
I actually am in school currently. I'm a fourth-year chemistry major, so nothing to do with music at all. It's kind of just a hobby. I really love music.
Yeah. I'm a physicist, so science all the way.
Yeah,
I am
much.
Wait, what?
a physics major, so yes.
Why don't you just tell them where you work, though?
Yeah, I work at BASF. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that. It's one of the largest chemical companies in the world, but it's based out of Germany, so it's not that common in the United States, so a lot of people don't know it here.
You're supposed to say you work at the lube factory.
Oh, right,
That's
yeah.
what you
I make
do.
lube.
So much more glamorous. So much more glamorous.
Yeah, he's not joking. I actually do make lube.
I
Brilliant.
set him up for a joke, and he just completely misses it.
Well, come on, again. On one end, he can say he works for one of the largest chemical conglomerates in the world. On the other, he can say he makes lube. Which one do you...
I would probably rather say I'd make lube.
Oh. Well,
It's a
okay.
much better conversation starter.
Anyway, after that slight detour, what type of... Since you've said that you do a wide range of music, what music do you like to listen to?
About as wide of a range as I like to make. Like, I listen to everything, just depending on my mood, from classical, I actually love classical music, to modern rock, classic rock, techno. I think I probably like techno too much for my own good, too. But it really just depends on the mood that I'm in at the time.
Are you also asking me? I kind of forgot
Yeah.
that I'm part of
okay.
this.
Fucking both.
I tend to lean more towards electronica just because it has more sounds and more frequent. But I will not say no to any song unless it just sounds terrible. I mean, there's a couple of genres I just won't touch, but I will listen to literally almost anything.
Yeah. Is there any people in real life that... any artists that you really, really like the work of?
Yes, actually. My favorite classical composer is Bach, no question. My favorite rock artist is Aerosmith. And the entire reason that I got into producing electronic music is actually Wooden Toaster, or Glaze. And he's the entire reason why I became a brony in the first place. I discovered the music first, and I was fascinated by it, and I'm like, nobody can make music this epic about a show that's just meant for kids. So then I watched the show, I loved it, and then I wanted to start making music of my own.
Me, on the other hand, I like Daft Punk, and I guess since he also mentioned a rock group, I like Rush. They're both very good in my mind. I like Skrillex as well, because loud. Unfortunately, I don't really... none of the brony community are, that big for me, not nearly as big as Daft Punk, unfortunately.
That's fine. Every pony's got their own level. You don't gotta be super dedicated to this. Love and tolerance and stuff. Any pendulum?
I'm sorry, what do you say?
Any pendulum? Anyone?
Yeah,
Pendulum.
actually, I own every single one of their albums.
When electronica came up, I was waiting for that. Alright, anyone, any questions? You next.
I think Dev Knights is in extreme pain.
Well, that's not good. He appears... Uh-oh, wait. Isn't he the one broadcasting all of this?
Do you have the list of questions? We can just continue.
Well, he's the one recording and broadcasting, if he's not here. Wait, who's hosting the call?
Also Dev Knights? This is a
well.
fiasco.
This
Well,
is not
then.
good. Well, we can edit this part out in the YouTube version.
I'm gonna just check if it's actually streaming right now.
Yeah,
No,
that may
I can
good.
hear it.
Yeah. Is it? You can hear it?
Yeah.
You can...
Yeah.
Oh,
alright. Yeah, he's lagging.
I
Ooh,
think
that
we
was
should leave this
embarrassing.
in.
I was about to pour out all of my deepest, darkest secrets that would make the world hate me, but it's good.
Yeah. We should leave this in the YouTube version just for comedic effect.
yeah, you just wouldn't
yeah.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
even expect it.
Dev was in an archery accident earlier, and he hit his injury earlier. Okay.
It hurts.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, alright. So, Dev, did you have... I believe it's your turn to ask your question. Unless my luck...
Could you just ask questions for a minute?
Sure thing. All right. So the bands that you like, do you emulate any of their styles, or do you try to?
Slightly, and a lot of that comes from remixing, I think. Like, I learned, I think, the most of any of my songs by remixing a couple of my favorite artists' songs. And you can also you can also learn a lot by just listening to a lot of electronica songs and kind of hearing the style. And especially when you kind of have a little bit of experience under your belt, you can definitely hear exactly what different musicians are doing, and you can pick up on the style. And if you like a certain part in a song, you can, I guess, kind of try to emulate that a lot better. And I do try to do that to an extent, but I also don't want to do it exactly because, the whole point of music is to make something that's your own.
So you use it as a base, and then you just change little bits of notes here and there until you got your own unique song, basically?
Sometimes. Other times I'll just be laying in my bed at like 4 o'clock in the morning and a song comes in my head and I'll just go and make it,
That makes sense. A lot of the writers that we get on this show, a lot of the ones that we've only had 2 so far, and have been saying things like, spurts of inspiration, easy to get.
Actually, speaking of writers, are you guys going to ask us about reading Rainboom? Because that's more my thing than
that's
music.
Sorry, when we were in the briefing room, they've only really emphasized the music part. Sure. How'd you get into reading Rainboom? How'd you guys form that up? Was that? Yeah.
For those that
I think. Oh wait, Dev Knights, you can just finish. You have a.
Yeah, so I was just gonna. For those that aren't aware, Reading Rainboom is a project that a few people from the Ever Free Radio chat decided to make, which is going to be voice acting various fanfics and reading them passionately, I guess you say. And they have many talented vocalists on. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we actually somehow got the vocalist from a couple of the vocalists from what I've heard from Epic Cupcake.
No, we pretty much got all of them from Rob Bob, which I think is Epic Cupcake Time. I think the only one that we didn't get it from is Rev, which is the male, which is the Discord
He sounds exactly like Discord. Wait till you guys hear this.
Well,
wait, do you have a sample with you?
I guess you could check his YouTube channel, but no, I don't have a sample with me.
Oh, that's too bad.
Just a refresher, an Epic Cupcakes Time is, I believe they're supplied a lot, or are a child show of EFR. So,
is it? No, Epic Cupcake Time is a complete separate project, Pio. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. We also have a couple of the voice actors from that Main 6 fighting game that's coming out as well.
Fighting is Magic?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's so... And Reading Rainbow, you mean?
Yeah.
So this is turning out to be a really project with a lot of promise coming up, huh?
Yeah, like you said, we're doing it with a lot of enthusiasm and passion, like you said, but we're trying to shoot for more of the style of like an old school radio drama, I guess you could say, where you have a narrator, narrating the background scenes and kind of giving the visual effects, but then the voice actors are going to be giving the character voicings for the story.
Actually, the way it started was pretty funny. Chaotic Harmony was like, does anyone want to read some fanfics for a show? And I was like, yeah, sure. And a couple of other guys said, yeah, sure. So we just made a room, and then we read a fic. And it was fine, we read it fine, but we had no voice actors. So we sent it to Final Draft, and Final Draft is like, yeah, you guys are doing fine, this is fine, but you can't do female voices, and on a show like this, you need female voices. So he hooked us up with Rob Bob, and he just gave us a huge list of voice actors. And then they just joined, and we recorded. We actually have all our recordings done for the first episode. And, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
When can we expect your first episode?
Hopefully,
we're not currently sure.
Hopefully next Tuesday.
Yeah, we have...
Next Tuesday? Yeah, next
Tuesday.
We
have everything done except for the finalization of the video, and then I guess for the pilot we have to get everything okayed and uploaded, and then we have to get a time slot set up still, and then we have to decide on a time scale whether or not we're going to be doing this as a weekly project or like a bi-weekly project.
It's almost definitely going to be a bi-weekly project because of how long video and stuff is going to take.
Bi-weekly?
Yeah.
Bi-weekly is every fortnightly. That's actually a much better way of saying it. I'm going to start calling it fortnightly.
Yes, especially with your OC, Repairman Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Is it on the screen right now?
I just put it on the screen.
Oh, there it is.
Switched it. Yep.
Well, you're not in my contacts, so I can't see it, but I'm sure it's nice.
It's very gentlemanly.
He's drinking tea.
And has a mustache.
With magic.
And he has a monocle and top hat. Yeah, top hat and monocle. Well, that's a good question. How did you design your why did you design your OCs like how they are?
I'll let Chuckles go first.
Okay. I designed mine. Well, that wasn't totally my idea. It was mostly my little brother. He actually is an incredible artist, and if you haven't seen any of his stuff, I have his DeviantArt page linked on a lot of my album covers that he does for me. And him and I kind of were brainstorming the idea, and he's like, well, you should be a robot pony because you make electronic music. And I'm like, that's awesome because I've never seen a robot pony OC before.
There's a few. Well, there's a few cyborgs. I don't know about full robots.
This is actually...
Sweetie Bot?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose that.
She's not really no C. Oh.
Yes, she is. Why do
So mine, on the other hand, has a bit more backstory to it. So you can kind of see that it's all fancy and whatnot. And the thing that sets it apart the most is actually the octagon cutie mark. So basically, that is supposed to represent that my OC's special talent is the internet.
What does the octagon have to do with the internet?
So basically,
from Jack Black?
Yes, it is the octagon from Jack Black. There's this YouTube poop. It's the most amazing YouTube poop music video ever. It's a demon-shaped sonata by Kinky Oats, and it's mind-blowing. So that's actually only half of it. See, the other half is I have on almost every forum that I frequent, I have the same exact avatar, which is an awesome face with a monocle and a mustache. So I just kind of transferred it over into a pony. That's kind of what you see there.
You roleplay much?
I have not had the chance to, except when I troll, because then I'm technically role-playing.
Dude, we should sometime. But anyway.
Can I ask, your Repairman, your OC is quite tall and skinny in comparison to normal pony pictures. Or at least
well, that's just so he's distinguished. I, in real life, am actually short and kind of chubby.
Well, what about you, Chuckles? Do you have an OC?
Yeah, he just said the robot pony.
Oh, right. You said there were suggestions, I don't know. Does he have a story?
Yeah, it was his brother. Pio, I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Are you listening?
I'm doing a couple of things.
A couple of things.
Oh.
Yeah. So, did your brother, Chuckles, did your brother design your whole OC, or did you have any input on it?
Oh, we both kind of worked together. We were both there while he was making it and just kind of shooting ideas off of each other. I think the entire idea for a robot came completely from him.
Any special significance with the earrings, or is that just robotic?
We got the idea for the earrings and that mask from Godot. From, I forget the name of it, I'm having a brain fart, but that game for the DS where you're an attorney. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about, but I can't remember the name.
Right.
Yeah, Phoenix Wright.
Godot's a robot?
Well, no, but we stole the mask and the earring.
Yeah, there's when the prosecutor has like a laser face.
That's how I recognize it from. What? I recognized it, and I was like, oh my god, Why? What is this? Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention the artist of my OC pony is F for it's faceless, except with a 4 instead of the A. I just, I probably should have mentioned that beforehand. So.
Fair enough. I'll put links in the description below when I put this on YouTube.
And link mine in there later too, because I need to credit my art. Dude, this is This is fan art.
Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Questions. I've just forgotten questions. So, since it's the summer, can we? I keep asking this to all of the various people we've had on. Since it's the summer, and I presume you'll have more free time on your hands, can we expect any lots more music from you, or?
Absolutely. Repairmanman and I have a couple works in progress, and personally I have between 3 and 4 works in progress that I need to finish up. Now that school is over for the summer, like you said, I'll have a lot more free time, and I really look forward to putting out a lot more music, especially since I feel, especially for only being in the Brony community and making music for a month, I've learned an incredible amount just by, I've had a lot of help in the Everfree radio stream from a couple other artists giving me their feedback and telling me what I need to do, what I do well, what I don't do well, and it's helped out immensely. And I feel like if I take a little bit more time and learn the software a lot better, that some of the stuff that I can make in the future, especially with Repairmanman, is probably going to be incredible.
Me, on the other hand, I'm probably going to be working in a camp for most of the summer. I mean, I will probably have a computer, but most of my stuff won't see any internet for a while.
Repairman, man, I have to keep saying Repairman, man.
I'm sorry, you can just call me RMM or Octagon.
I'll just call you Repairman, man. I'll get used to it. Earlier, you were saying that you will be working a lot more with Chuckles, hopefully, once you get a better computer or something?
Well, yeah, you see, there's the family computer, which I'm using, and I am getting a computer as a kind of graduation/birthday present. Mm-hmm. So once I get that, I will be able to actually, work on things, because I'm not really allowed to download stuff.
Can you sort of elaborate by what you mean by things?
Well, FL Studio is rather large, and I can't download it. I can only really download the demo, and the demo it's not going to work for me. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to get into it without, the full stuff, and I'm going to have to pirate that.
Oh, we won't speak about pirating.
Well, excuse me, yar har fiddle dee dee.
Being a pirate is alright for me.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that was my first song with Chuckles, was a cover of You Are a Pirate.
Hooray!
But so, does this mean that we can expect more collaboration? Because right now you're saying you're mainly only giving advice. Does this mean you'll properly work as a collaboration?
Oh, absolutely.
Probably. I say probably because I don't know if I have any talent. I'm very self-depreciative.
All right.
Yeah. Well, so are you going to form sort of like Cluttershy and Vixlow call themselves Cluttervix? Are you going to have any team name or band name? I don't really think it's. Yeah.
Right now, what we're going to be working with is Chuckles and Octagon.
Or we could just combine the two and come up with Choctagon.
Choctagon sounds really. That doesn't sound very good at all.
It sounds like some sort of candy.
Not at all.
Which sounds okay with me. It's chocolate.
Yeah, it sounds like a chocolate octagon.
I mean, it sounds delicious. It just doesn't sound musical.
Your music might be delicious.
Well, I'm sure there's chocolate
might be
music somewhere.
but when I hear Choctagon, I think more of like a fat masked wrestler, and that's not delicious.
Why do you think of a fat masked wrestler? That doesn't even sound remotely Mexican. I'm thinking that you're thinking of luchadors.
There's a possibility, but I'm not sure.
Anyway. Bio, do you have a question?
Okay, well, let's see. Give me a sec. You ask.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll ask a question. I'll cover you this time. Have you two showed any of your music to any friends or family, rather than just bronies?
Oh, absolutely. Like the first day that I make it, I'm like, hey, look, Mom.
And
Unfortunately, most of my family is either apathetic or would not be receptive to it. And I mean, my two sisters are into My Little Pony. I turned them into little bronies, but I do not actually want them to hear anything I've made.
Oh, see, my dad doesn't really listen to anything but talk radio, so he just kind of smiles and nods.
Well, this is a talk radio.
I mean, he'd probably love to hear Reading Rainbow.
This is
Technically
true.
talk radio. You
Like
can
a-
say, I edited that. That was me. I did that.
have you
How
turned,
big? Sorry.
have you turned any of your friends into bronies?
No. Not too much.
I have actually turned one of my friends into a brony. He was trying to turn me into a Trekkie, so I'm like, you know what? I will watch a Star Trek episode if you watch an episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. So he comes over to my house, we watch an episode, and he's like, you know what? This is really good. I'm glad that you showed it to me. It was rather nice to, have a friend that's a brony.
Yeah. See, I suffer from friends that are still stuck on, like, the whole little girl stereotype. I have a friend who said that they would seriously be questioning me if I wasn't making awesome music about the show.
Right.
So, how big is the crew exactly for Reading Rainbow?
Oh, all the way back to that.
I can actually link the YouTube channel in the live stream, and I
think
have...
about 17 people. About 4 readers, 4 editors, audio and visual. Actually, a 5th editor as well. And about 6 or 7 voice actors.
And I thought Friendship is Madness was big.
Yeah. Let's see.
Actually, we have like 20, but
I mean, we also have a couple of extras that don't really do much, like Final Draft and Moonlight and Rob Bob. But they're in the room, but they're not technically part of the staff.
they do things for it.
Well, Final Draft is on EFR, so he would be the one that's getting it finalized. Moonlight is the head of fanfic review, so that's kind of also very related to what we're doing. And Rob Bob just was there to, give us the voices. He also just kind of drops by sometimes and chats. Not very frequently, though.
Yeah, he's a very busy man at the moment.
Although he does send pictures of what was he sending pictures of via Final Draft?
I
think it
don't
was.
remember.
Not. It was like red pandas. He was sending videos of red pandas through Final Draft. And it's like,
Yeah.
I think I sent him some corgis as a rebuttal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was incredibly random, and it was also at like 5 o'clock in the morning where I live, and it was hilarious for some reason.
I had a question, I just forgot it.
What is your question, Dev Knights? Please tell us.
What is your name? What is your favorite color? What is... No,
Why haven't
don't
you asked us
know.
about our favorite ponies?
Yes! Haven't I done that yet? That's always the truth that I... Oh,
How did we
just
not
bashed
think
my
of
hand.
that?
Okay, yeah. Who are your favorite ponies?
Pinkie Pie!
Pinkie Pie!
Oh, 2 Pinkie Pies. Why?
Absolutely.
Pinkie Pie Pinkie Pie's the best. She reminds me of Tom and Jerry and all those old cartoons. I remember watching Tom and Jerry where man was actually a fat black lady and not some white woman for some reason.
Well,
I think they changed it because of racism.
Well, yeah, actually, it wasn't an oversensitivity thing in that case. Mom and Mama really was a pretty racially insensitive stereotype.
I think a lot of old cartoons were kind of like that.
A lot of them were, yeah, but you know, times change. You gotta change it up. And it wasn't acceptable to begin with, so...
Right.
So, Chuckles, why do you like Pinkie Pie?
For a couple of reasons, actually, sir. Basically, for one, every time I watch an episode of My Little Pony, she makes me crack up so much. Like, just the way they animate her and her personality is hilarious. She can make me smile and laugh no matter what. Also, she reminds me of myself the most because I have incredible ADD and I can't focus on anything to save my life. I also don't sleep, so I'm pretty much Pinkie Pie.
Makes sense enough.
Well, then,
Have you... well, while you and Dev work out your differences among who's the best main six, I'll be over here in the camp. So, have fun with your flame war.
My question... Actually, I've got a follow-up question to who's the best pony is... Who do you connect most to? And I think, yeah, Chuckles, you just said you connect most to Pinkie Pie, but...
Yeah.
Repairman, who... Well, yeah, if you've got anyone, other ponies else that you really connect to.
I guess I would... Oh, I thought you were asking me.
Well, I guess...
see, this is the problem with having... I keep interrupting him. This is the problem with having... You know what? You go.
Okay. Alright. In my opinion, I think each of the main six have such extreme personalities that it's hard to connect with just one of them, and it's also hard to not see a little bit of yourself in all of them. But for the most part, I think Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, because I also love doing sports and whatnot, and Twilight, obviously, because I'm a chemist, so a lot of times I find myself trapped in books and not able to do anything else.
Me, on the other hand, I would have to say Pinkie Sparkle. It's just Pinkie Pie and Twilight Sparkle. See, I consider myself Twilight Sparkle because, you know, I consider myself an intellectual. I am literally buried in books. My blanket when I go to sleep is books.
Ooh.
It's
not
actually
very comfortable.
It's not very comfortable at all, and cold air gets in, and it's not a very good blanket.
And paper cuts?
No paper cuts. I sleep with hard covers.
Oh, okay.
Like
Get
the
it,
books
it's
open.
Joe. Hard covers.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, then they'd be cool.
That was very forced. So I consider myself to also be like Pinkie Pie because I tend to try and make light of a lot of everything. I like making jokes. I like having fun.
Yeah, I think we all like to have fun. Oh, we should do. Double the fun.
The fun
The
has
fun
been
has
doubled.
been doubled.
Yes.
Speaking of that quote, what is your favorite episode?
I haven't even seen all the episodes yet, to be honest.
Why
Really?
not?
Come on.
I've only
Audible
been
gasp.
I've only been a brony for about a month now, and My Little Pony is like a fine beer. It's not meant to be chugged, but meant to be enjoyed over a long period of time.
Good point,
Fine,
but what are you up to
fine.
now?
Also,
Fine
because
beer.
I haven't had a lot of time, because I kind of started getting into the show around finals time at school. I'm up
favorite-
to... The last episode I saw was the one with the Smile song. I don't remember the name of it.
Oh, well, you're pretty far in already then.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my favorite episode is either Party of One or Lesson Zero, just because of psychotic ponies.
Lots
Psychotic
of people like the
ponies is so
psychotic
fun.
breakdowns. Loads of people like those episodes.
Actually, I think I would like Party of One better, just because she's creepier when her hair goes all flat and, she starts talking to inanimate objects.
Madame
No.
de Fleur.
I could never tell.
I mean, I actually thought they were real the first time I saw it. I was
Oh, yeah,
wondering, I was wondering why she wasn't, talking to Rocky.
Rocky is amazing.
Rocky's the best. He's the best boxer. He's going to become the world champ or something. He's going to punch out Ivan Drago.
Who are you calling a chump?
Run up Philadelphia Stairs and Philadelphia Library. I mean, art. Well,
So, how, besides the music aspect, how has ponies changed your life?
It definitely made my life a lot less serious as soon as I discovered it. It was hilarious, actually. The first night I watched it, I waited till all of my roommates were asleep, and then looked around, made sure there was nobody there, started watching the episode, and then my roommate comes out of his room to go to the bathroom, comes up behind me, and he's like, "Well, hello, brony."
Yeah.
And then,
dun, dun.
yeah, I was kind of hooked.
Me, it just gave me more stuff to take up my time, which is actually pretty terrible because I have finals all throughout, like, the previous weeks and next weeks. But other than that, it actually has given me something very constructive to do. Seeing as now I'm in charge of reading Rainboom with Chaotic Harmony, it's actually nice to have something constructive to give back to the community.
Is it just me, or did did your mic just change a bit?
Did it? It might have been because I was smiling.
My audio's changed. Has anyone else's audio changed slightly?
Yeah, from Repairmanman I have. A little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to just check and make sure that it didn't disconnect my mic somehow.
Okay, I'm also seeing in the live stream chat that some people are saying that it changed as well, so we're not just going crazy.
I don't know. It
Nice.
seems to be the same.
Thanks,
Did you maybe put like a sock in your mouth while we weren't looking?
You know what? It might be that my mouth is kind of getting dry. I stupidly forgot to get my... No, then it's probably my microphone. It's a piece of crap.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, since we get interactive viewers, why don't we make them tell us? Viewers, why don't... Crap, I was gonna make a Dora the Explorer joke, but I don't know where I was going with it.
Anyway, questions. Someone in the live stream asked, here's a question. If you are doing Reading Rainboom, does that mean you read much MLP fan fiction?
SPPL.
I actually do read a lot of My Little Pony fan fiction. I was reading, like, very little before reading Rainboom, but now I actually try to check out newer fics and try and see good ones. I mean, I'm technically not supposed to pick, but...
You pick.
No, I'm not supposed to pick fics to read for Reading Rainboom, but I'm going to try and force my favorites into the thing, into Reading Rainboom.
Yeah, just send our Gmail account like 500 emails requesting the same fic.
Just make fake email accounts.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I mean, I technically am in control. I can just say, oh yeah, this is totally accepted. Thank you for sending it in.
Are there any fic authors that you really like the stuff of then?
Actually, no, I have not read enough fics to have a favorite author. I mean, I like the one that wrote The Things We Leave Behind, but I haven't read anything else by him.
Okay.
And I don't really read a whole lot of femfics. I'm honestly trying to finish the episodes before or if I get into that, and so as of right now, the only ones that I read are the ones by Chaotic Harmony, because he links me all of his fanfictions and asks for feedback. And
Chaotic Harmony.
yes.
Wait, let me just quote an email. Wait, should I quote the email that he got from about Faded Rainbows, I think it was?
Huh?
The email that he got from EQD.
Don't be harsh.
but it's so funny.
Let's keep off personal attacks here on this show. We are friendly. Anyway.
Okay, fine.
I do enjoy Chaotic Harmony's fics, and I have to say I haven't found a favorite author. I have read a couple of the troll fics because they are hilarious. Like Twilight's first time, and let's see how bad I can make this fic, and Pinkie Pie learns a new word. I could not stop laughing.
That last one doesn't actually count as a troll fic.
Well, slightly, maybe. I don't know.
It's not a troll fic, it's a comedy fic.
I guess, yeah.
A troll fic would be like Spiders'.
Yeah.
Have you read Spiders'?
I have not.
Oh, we have.
That was before I was on the show, even.
Spiders' is terrible. It's terrible and makes me sad.
No, it's not terrible. It gave me superpowers. I don't know what you're on about.
No. It's hilarious. But if you were reading it and not knowing that it was a troll fic, you'd be like, this is the worst thing ever. Why am I reading it?
I think the author of that was also really a well-renowned one as well.
Oh.
I can't remember who did it now. Anyway, questions. Pyro, your turn.
Alright, let's see. So, we haven't been asking too much about, about reading Rain Boom too much. I know we did last week, I saw. But, I don't know, it just feels incomplete without it. Is there, anyone that you're trying to get on the on that show yet that you haven't or weren't able to?
Actually, our roster is currently full. We don't really need any more people. We're not looking for special guests yet. Although once we actually are, set in stone, and we actually are, established, it would be amazing to have just like famous bronies just kind of pop in for a reading in a reading. It would be hilarious to just have Yap Lap scream lines.
Oh yes, it would.
He's my brony hero. Actually, he's my favorite brony artist.
Speaking of which, do you have a favorite brony artist, Chuckles?
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but Glaze or Wooden Toaster. Yeah, because he's the entire reason why I got into the whole brony fandom, and the whole reason why I started making music.
Right.
Have you been to any brony meetups yet, or met any bronies, or are you going to BronyCon? Yeah, that's a good question. Are you going to BronyCon?
I may. See, I live in Ohio, so New Jersey is not that far away, but I'm thinking about it. I might go to Canterlot Gardens, though, because it's only maybe a 3 or 4 hour drive from where I live, so it's not that bad.
I, on the other hand, am not going to any convention, seeing as $1,000 airfare is kind of steep. I could technically go to Buck, that's what Fluttershy is doing, but I don't have money.
I'm going to Buck.
Aren't you on the committee?
No, I'm not on the committee.
Then why are you going to Buck?
What?
Well, how are you going to Buck without money?
I have very little money.
Oh, okay, fine.
I rubbed 2 pennies together and got enough money.
And
didn't go drinking.
Coincidentally, Repairmanman used to live like less than 20 minutes away from where I currently live. I just think that that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah. Well, there's so many of us bronies. You'll see so many different weird combinations. You should
no, it's especially funny seeing as we partnered up, and then he's like, "Oh, you kind of live right down there." It's like a small world.
Right, and then I asked you why you moved to where you are now, and you're just like, lol, I don't know.
That is literally the reason, though. I don't know.
Fate's got such bad timing, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
you should see the college I'm going to without even knowing it. It turns out that 3 other members of Friendship is Madness that are the parent show of this are actually going there, and they never told me until after a month ago.
Love that. Well,
Wait. Friendship is Madness is the parent show? Then what's this?
Pony Public Library.
We're starting off as a branch off of Friendship is Madness. We'll see where that goes later.
Yeah, basically it was getting too chaotic, and it was actually a pretty accurate name, Madness. But speaking of weird brony coincidences, the first fic author that we had on the show, I met by pure coincidence, and I actually I was interviewing him face to face on this show. He was actually in my room, and I was talking to him.
Was he?
And Tamar, he goes to the same university.
Yep.
As Dev does.
We didn't even know that.
What did he write?
What did he write? He's written, I forgot the name now. He's going to kill me.
Something about in Scootaloo visits...
Cloudsdale. Scootaloo visits Cloudsdale.
How is she supposed to get up there?
By Rainbow Dash. It's a very friendshipping one. It's a really
it's a big...
friendshipping.
It's a big, friendshipping and scenery porn, which are two... It's a combination you don't really get very often.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, folks.
It's on Equestria Daily. Go read it.
Oh. Cool.
I'm sure if you Google it, it'll come up.
Yeah.
I'll have to do that afterwards.
Yep. Anyway, we're kind of getting off topic, and it's dragging on.
Yeah, we're kind of padding this a little bit, aren't we?
Well, we could just end with that one song that...
Yep. Which is what I was going to do for quick few questions. First of all, do you have any shout-outs that you'd like to give?
I'd like to give a shout-out to... wait. I can't whisper. How do shout-outs work?
You just say their name.
Oh.
Just say who they are and why.
Edgar Cluttershy, you're a cool guy, and I enjoy playing video games with you.
Repairman, you're going in and out a little bit.
It's
really? Me and him are both Israeli, so it's kind of cool.
Oh. Alright. Camaraderie. Any closing statements, Chuckles?
I guess if you want shoutouts from me, basically I just have to say to all the musicians, because that's the entire reason why I'm in the fandom, and I think that's the best part. And also to Chaotic Harmony, because he's the entire reason why Reading Rainboom is off the ground right now, and I hope this whole thing's going to be awesome.
That's the entire reason?
Well, yeah. Repairmanman is a co-lead with him. I just do the sounds, so I don't really know what I'm doing.
Actually, I think that I got all of the audio team. I got both you and PokeLink.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I'm totally not suffering from hubris.
Okay.
Alright, well...
Well, actually, Pyro, let me do this for a sec.
Right.
Before we end the show, would you like... we will be closing the show, and then we will play their music. But, Chuckles and Repairmanman, introduce what piece we'll be playing and what inspired you to write it. Yeah.
You guys are going to be playing my remix of Archie V's Leto, and what inspired me to make that is I was walking home to my car from work one day, and it just popped into my head. I guess really no inspiration, but it was probably the fastest piece that I ever wrote, and the one that I am the happiest with currently, probably because I knew exactly how I wanted it to sound before I sat down.
Okay. Me, on the other hand, all I did was just say, yo, dude, this has too many samples. Remove some samples. And then he did. And then it sounded better.
Okay.
Alright.
Feel free to coast, Pyro.
Alright. Well, that's all for tonight's show, every pony. This was Pony Public Library. And, well, one last thing before we go, actually. Pony Public Library will be supporting a green movement of sorts later on. I won't reveal which one yet, although we kind of are supporting one already. I don't know if this one's finished yet, but I'll put it in the description, maybe in the YouTube thing. But that's for later. So, yes, good night, every pony. This is the and this was the Pony Public Library. We'll see you all next week.
Thanks very much. Night.